Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing another week ahead reading for December 3rd all the way through to Sunday, December 9th. And I have a lot of decks here with me, and I'm going to ask Spirit to share some messages about next week and what experiences we may come across and some things that we could look forward to. So I'm going to begin by using my dragon tinges. I'm going to do some sound healing for us. And I'm not sure what note these dragon tinges are, but I know that it's just really healing for me when I use them. So I'm going to use these before I begin. Okay. And there's a message about these dragon tinjas. It goes along with a big message that I've been receiving about next week. So next week we're going to really want to find peace and quiet, and we're really gonna want to slow things down and find peace in the moment. So taking walks and going out in nature is one thing that has come to mind, and just sitting down and listening to peaceful music like meditation music with some soft water noises or with birds singing or any kind of music like that. It's just really peaceful, and it takes you to a serene place, and it takes you to the moment, and it's not worrying about anything in the past, like any thoughts and memories or anything that's going to happen in the future. It's just really being present with ourselves and finding peace of mind. So the energy is really gentle and peaceful. That's the energy of next week. And another thing that I received is the spirit animal of the turtle. So I was looking around my room to see if there were any things that I wanted to bring along to this reading today. And sometimes I'll be drawn to take a crystal or some kind of object that represents something that's going to happen or a big message for us. And I saw this necklace, so one sec. This is a necklace that was gifted to me by one of my best friends, and it's really special to me. And it has a turtle, like it's a turtle necklace. So just give me a moment to take it off just so I could show you more closely what it looks like. So it's made out of rose quartz, and I'm not sure what the tan part of it is, but it's a turtle and it has a rose quartz in it. And rose quartz is about love and friendship, and I was gifted this necklace by my best friend. So there's a message about relationships and friendships over the next week. And it was interesting. I saw this other necklace in my room, and it has a cross on it, and it's a natural cross, which is really cool. And I heard cross my heart and hope to dies. And we say that to our friends when we make a promise to them, like we'd rather die than break a promise with them that we made with them. So there's also something about promises and strong friendships and relationships with people. Like, this took me back to when friends would give each other necklaces, like one half of it had like a heart and there was another necklace that had the other half of a heart. And it just meant that you were friends with someone and each of you had something that represented your friendship. And it was just really special. It was a part of your friendship, a remembrance of them, and it was a gift. So there's something about that, and I know the Christmas season and December is about thinking about others and gifting them presents and things that we think would be something special to them and something that they'd really love. And it shows them that you know them a lot. Like, you think of the most amazing gift and you gift that to your friend and they are just blown away because you remembered that they told you that that's something that they wanted like a year ago or whatever, and it was a chance for you to really show them that they really know you and you are like really, really good friends and you listen to them. So that's something that also came through. That's a message that I received when I asked about next week, and I wanted to share that with you. And I also brought these two stones. This is a Chinese writing stone because it looks like Chinese writing on it, and this is a stone of communication. And next week is all about communication, I feel. Communication with friends, communication with family, and possibly co-workers, just people that you know. There's going to be a lot of conversations going on, and this is my blue tiger's eye. I don't think you could really see the blue in it, but I have shown this crystal in other videos, but this stone is symbolic of soothing energy and needing peace and quiet next week. And so I took this card out of the Secret Language of Animals Oracle because it's the turtle, and the turtle has a big message for us about slowing down and just really, really taking things slow. This is huge for us next week. And I looked up a little bit about the turtle spirit animal because I haven't researched anything about the turtle. The turtle has never come up for me. So I'm going to read to you a little thing that I found online. It's a picture of a turtle and these short messages, but they're really powerful. And this describes next week. Okay, so it says, Hanu wisdom. Spend more time at the beach. Let worries roll off your back. Swim at your own pace. Enjoy time by yourself. Come up for air. Trust the flow. Slow down and breathe. And that is just huge for us next week. I feel that in December, things can just really speed up for us, and it can kind of feel chaotic because you have to go Christmas shopping and get all this stuff, and money can get tight because of all of the spending, and it feels really fast paced sometimes and like chaotic, and we just want to slow down. And you know, Christmas time in December, it really is balance. Like, sometimes it feels chaotic and other times it's just really peaceful. Like when you take a drive and look at the Christmas lights, those moments are the moments that are, they're peaceful and they're calm, and you don't have to go at a fast pace. You don't have to just like go out and buy stuff or worry And like the moments like that, they take your worries away. And I actually made a video the other day about how to help with worrying, like how can you relieve stress and worries. And this is something that keeps coming up, just letting worries roll off and letting them go and finding that place of zen. And that's a word that keeps popping up in my head today. Let's find our zen next week. Just climb a mountain and sit down and meditate for a while and just clear your mind and let your thoughts wander and really connect with you, connect with yourself, and find calm and quiet and breathe through the chaos, if it is chaos, or the stress or the worry that you are experiencing. Just breathe through it and just really slow things down if you can. So, I'm just thinking what deck I'm going to use next. Okay, so this is a deck I usually never go for. It's the Buddhism reading cards, so it's upside down. Buddhism reading cards. And every single card has this message that a Zen master would tell someone. And this is related to finding those Zen moments and finding peace next week. So I felt like using this deck today. So I'm curious what message is going to come out for us. And I want to make sure that you can see the card come out, or cards come out. Okay. So this is the back of it. Each card has a different backing to it, which is really neat. Not a lot of decks have that. And there's a piece about this image, like the colors and this man. And you see these koi fish swimming around in the water. It's just a peaceful moment. So this is the card. Oh my gosh, the number 8 is on it. And it's blue. This is talking about communication. Blue is the color of communication and self-expression and really connecting with yourself, being in tune with your thoughts and emotions. The number 8 keeps coming out and it keeps blowing me away because I did a week ahead reading for this week, and the other day 2 cards that I pulled from a deck, all 2 of them, like both of them had the number 8 on it. And I pulled the card that had the number 8 on it that I talked about in the week ahead reading, that had the number 8 on it, and it said fierce serenity. So that also correlates. And here we have another blue card with the number 8 on it, and the number 8 is an infinity sign, and it's representative of the infinite, of the eternal. So we're really going to connect with our souls this week, like the part of ourselves that lives on forever. It's infinite, it's eternal. And we're really going to connect with that, and even spiritual beings like angels, spirit guides, loved ones. It's a really good time to connect with those souls. We're going to do that next week. So this card says pure action. Refrain from that which is unskillful or that which harms. Do good and purify your heart. That is it. Yeah, so we're going to be extra sensitive next week. Like, we're just going to want to retreat and really find like peace and quiet and calm We're going to try to avoid uncomfortable situations and anything that isn't of peace, and it says refrain from that which harms. So worries and stress are harmful, and we're gonna try to like avoid and like get away from those. We're going to try to retreat from that and go to a better place. And it says refrain from that which is unskillful. And I'm trying to think like what is a good definition of unskillful. Like something that we're not good at, maybe. Like if you don't know what to really say, then just like don't say it because you don't really know. Like it's not in your expertise almost. Like don't do things that you don't feel comfortable with. Something that is that just makes you really uncomfortable. And I know that there are times that we really do need to face our fears and like move out of our comfort zone, you know. There are those times, but this week like we're really going to like stay away from anything that is uncomfortable for us, because we like crave comfort this week. We crave serenity and like peace, and we're not gonna watch the news. We're not gonna have it. We're not going to hear like everything bad that is going on. We're gonna want to hear everything that is good that's going on, everything that is going for us. So try to avoid watching the news if you feel that it's really going to like bum you out, or watching sad movies. Just try to avoid things like that, really emotional things, and try to watch like inspirational movies, inspirational videos, and things that are just so positive and have like really good vibes to them. So that's the message. Do good and purify your heart, like meditating and just being who you are. Do good. We all have goodness in our hearts, you know. And it says that is it. And it says this was written by a Buddha. It also says consciously bring your inner awareness to your actions as you make a commitment not to harm or destroy any life, not to take away things that don't belong to you, and not to use in any harmful way to yourself or others. Your actions will become free from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. Wow. I'm gonna have to read this again because it's sometimes it takes a while for me to like really process what these messages mean, you know? As you make a commitment not to harm or destroy any life, not to take away things that don't belong to you, not to use any harmful, not to like harm ourselves or others. Our actions will become free from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. So there's something about committing ourselves to better ways of thinking and better ways of acting, most importantly, like just being more conscious of our actions and our habits that aren't healthy for us or for others, or like past experiences and any negative emotions like worries or fear or anything like that, and past memories that kind of haunt us, you know. But when we move away from that, when we stop reminding ourselves about those past memories, then we can go from a place that is more good and like healthier for ourselves, because we're not like constantly reminding ourselves about those experiences. And this actually reminds me of the turtle spirit animal, because it talked about how the turtle spirit animal is about healing your inner child, and it's about like going to those memories that are kind of like hurtful and like healing them. And there was this like really interesting story that was written about turtles. So we all know that the oh, oh my gosh. Okay, that's my duck. That kind of freaked me out. Okay, so the mom turtles, they lay a lot of eggs on the beach and they bury them. But once the turtles hatch, they have to run to the ocean, literally, because the seagulls could get them, and they have to do it on their own. And like the other turtles can't really help them because they need to help themselves, so it's like a race to the ocean and they all hope that they can make it, but some of them don't. And that is traumatic when you think about it. It's like, it's a perfect example of traumatic memories when you're a child, because they're baby turtles and they go through that. That's like a part of their life. That's a part of it. So it's about like going back to those places in a state of calm and understanding, and really like soothing that part of you that feels hurt or sad or any of those like negative emotions. It's about healing those parts of you, those memories, and like bringing them back to peace and just something that is better, and so that correlates with that. And next week is about releasing old habits also. It's about freeing ourselves from old habits that just aren't good for. I want to show you how both of these cards have the color blue in them. So this just has a big message about communication with ourselves and with others, but I feel that next week it's really about the conversations we have with ourselves, like our inner dialogue. That could be worrying or stressing ourselves out, anything like that. We're going to become aware of our habits, like thinking habits, and we're going to try to steer away from those like the best we can. And I know that it's basically impossible to not worry like ever in our lives. It's just like a natural part of our journey, a natural part of life, but there are ways that we can dull it, you know, and like dim the worries and the stress and the negative emotions, and we're going to become aware of that, and we're going to try to find peaceful moments and try to feel peace instead of worry. And the sea turtle, it says beginnings, self-reliance, journey, and home. And there's something about like our path and our journey, like where are we headed, and it's about taking steps towards that. Like step by step you will get to that destination, but more importantly it's about the journey. Like there's so many arrivals in our life. And there's another message that I took a picture of about the turtle spirit animal. It says, the turtle symbolism teaches you that life is a never-ending series of arrivals. You should not focus on the missed opportunities, but on where you want to be and how you are going to get there. Your turtle totem encourages you to release anything that slows down your progress or brings you back to unhealthy habits and bad influences. And this is basically what this card was talking about, like moving away from old habits, past experiences, and any negative emotions. Just keep moving towards your goals no matter how slow or difficult the journey gets. And we have strength, you know, like so many of us are able to move through so many different life experiences that we'd call difficult, but we're able to move past them, we're able to move through them, and it's not forever, you know. It's not forever. So I want to pull another card from this deck. I'm interested what else Spirit wants to share with us about next week. Oh my gosh. So, I had to turn my camera off because it turns off on its own after like 23 minutes. And I just like opened this deck. So I just did this, right? And I came across a card, like I looked at a card and I read it, like the whole message. And I didn't take the card out, right? So I just shuffled the deck and the same exact card that I seriously read, it came out. So this is a huge message for us, and it's called the Path. It says, no one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. So this relates to the message that we are going to really focus on ourselves next week, and we're going to really pay attention and become aware of the way we talk to ourselves, who we are, where we want to go, and just focus on our path, focus on our journey, like where have we been and where are we going, where are we headed. And there's this huge message that it's only us that can really save ourselves. Like it's in our power, it's in our ability to save ourselves, but sometimes we look to other people to come into our life and rescue us. But in reality, we can do it ourselves and we don't have to wait. And it's really about that. Like, we ourselves must walk the path. No one else can walk the path for us. Like, we have to do it ourselves. It also says the path to enlightenment is an endless process. You have to practice diligently and with discipline. Eventually, you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. So, you have to be diligent and disciplined. And we can become disciplined in our thinking. Like even meditation, it is a disciplining our mind, and it's just focusing on like each and every thought that comes to mind, and just like really focusing on each one, or just allowing them to come to us, allowing ourselves to think what we want to think, but then realizing that we can think differently and we could think better, you know, more positively. And it says, eventually you will become the path itself, and fewer struggles and sufferings will come your way. Because you have learned like what you needed to learn from all of those experiences, you became disciplined about them, and you became enlightened because of the endless process, you know, and the journey. And then the struggles and sufferings, they'll lessen because we have actually learned how to navigate through them easier and better. So there's something about that as well. Okay, I'm using the Rumi Oracle next. I really love this deck. It's got some really beautiful cards in it. Okay, what are some things that we're gonna come across next week? My hands are kind of cold, so it's a little harder to shuffle. Okay, this card is so bright. So look at that pink and the yellow. So pretty. She offers the sacred wine, so drink. Okay, just give me a moment. This is about friendships and relationships, because it says like she's offering wine to you, so drink it. Like, this is talking about gifting people something. It's about like gifting someone a drink, gifting someone like a turtle necklace like my friend did, and receiving it with love and happiness and joy, you know. We really love that feeling of receiving a gift from someone. It makes us feel special, and it's just a really good feeling to have. And next week is really going to be about that. Receiving something from someone, or a spirit, receiving signs, receiving synchronicities and being aware of them, accepting the messages, accepting the gifts. And this card has a lot of pink in it and a lot of yellow, and pink is the color of love, and it also relates to the rose quartz turtle necklace that I showed you over here. There's something about love this week, or next week, sorry. Definitely something about love, and yellow is the color of joy. So enjoying the little things, enjoying the moments of peace that we find, moments of peace that we create, like sitting down and listening to some meditation music. Really looking forward to those times. That's what I'm getting with this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see what my Whispers of Love Oracle deck has to say about next week. Oh my gosh. This is blowing me away right now. What was I just talking about? I was talking about receiving something from spirit or from a friend, and like, read this. This is amazing. And look at the girl. She has her hand reaching out to something. It's like she's going to grab a leaf or something, like the leaves are coming to her. The wind is sending leaves to her. So it's like spirit is sending something to you, or just something is coming to you. It's being given to you. Oh my gosh. I'm noticing something that I've never seen in this card before. That's one reason why I love this deck, because sometimes like I'll look at a card and I've looked at it so many times before, but all of a sudden I'll see something new in it, something completely new that I never saw before. In these leaves, there's houses and there's like places. In one leaf, there's 2 palm trees and a sun and an ocean. And in another, there's a boat on the sea. In one, there's a guy. It kind of looks like a fairy guy, or like someone that's Celtic. And then there's a home. And then it looks like another hand within a different leaf. And it looks like a girl like holding a dog. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this because it's just so small, but it looks like a house here. And there's like images. Just give me a second. I'll try to zoom in on this. Okay, there we go. I think, okay, you can see it, yeah. You can see it. I'm gonna try not to move it. There's a guy here, there's a house here, and it looks like a hand reaching out here. This is very cool. And then we have a boat, and then we have a tropical paradise here, and then it looks like a lady holding a dog, but you can't fully see her, but you can see like a half view of a dog. Isn't that cool? It's so cool. So it says miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So we are going to be gifted something this week, and it could be anything. It could be something from a friend, it could be something from spirit, like an amazing sign. Or an epiphany maybe, because it says everything has its gift. So you're going to see the gift of everything in your life. Everything that has brought you to where you are, and you're going to see the gift to it. And you're going to receive it with open arms. So it's just beautiful that this card came out in this reading, and it just validates what I was talking about, just being gifted something. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle the Sacred Creators Oracle next. So let's see what card comes out. Wow. Okay. This card came out for me today, actually, and I was wondering if it would come out in this reading. I was wondering if it's a collective thing, like a lot of people are experiencing this. So it says, ambush fear with your ferocious dream. So we are dreaming this week. We're really going to think about what we want for our future. What do we want to be a part of our journey? Where do we want to go? And we're going to ambush fear, like it's going to be so big that we just have to pursue it no matter how scared we are. So that's the message with this card here. And the other one that came out says, magic happens when you most expect it. And this is about miracles. Oh my gosh, my duck is so loud. Okay, so when you expect magic to happen, it does, because we expect it and we believe. So this card is about believing in magic and seeing it, seeing the gift of life and the gifts of life. And that's a pretty powerful message for us. Okay, so I'm going to use the Power of Surrender Oracle cards. It takes a while for me to remember the name of this Oracle deck sometimes. Okay. Surrender to creativity. And the word creativity keeps coming out for me, so it's interesting that this came out in this reading. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. And we're talking about solving problems again and pursuing our dreams. And this card just came out talking about dreams, and here we have like finding creative ideas to pursue them. How do we make... So this card is about finding your creative center, like going to your imagination and letting it really open up and give you those creative ideas as to how to release a bad habit or release those negative memories or emotions, and to ultimately pursue your dream. You're going to release the restrictions that you have set up so you can pursue your dream. So that's the message. And I'm looking at this image here and we see an open field. It's like a wheat field. And this has a message about fertility, like finding that foundation that is perfect to build our dream and creating that abundance for ourselves, because wheat is symbolic of abundance. It's something that we grow and it creates food for us and it creates money for farmers as well. And mirrors are also symbolic of endless possibilities, because you can see anything within a mirror almost. It's making me think of scrying, actually, like looking into a mirror to see visions, and that could be something you could do to find creative ideas to pursue your dreams, because we see all these butterflies within this mirror, and mirrors are also portals in a sense to the spirit world. And so there's a message about using your creativity to create a portal to your dream, to like take you there, you know, like when you pass through the mirror, it's like your destination, it's your dream, and you're making it a reality. It's like butterflies are coming out of a world within the mirror into reality, into the physical world, and that's what you're going to do. It's like you're the mirror, you're that portal that is going to bring about that into your life. Your imagination is going to do that along with your actions. I'm going to use the Oracle of the Mermaids deck next. Okay. Ooh, interesting. This is talking about the divine masculine, and I was actually feeling this. I connected with Archangel Gabriel the other day, And like today I just started thinking about how recently I've been feeling like the need to connect with like divine masculine spirit beings, like one of them being Poseidon. I remember at one point he just kept coming up through cards, and it was like he was talking to me, and then it was Archangel Gabriel. So I feel that there's something about connecting with the gods and deities that honor the divine masculine. There's something about this. So it says respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. And the masculine is about action and strength, and those are big things that are going to come up next week. We're going to find strength, and we're going to want to take action to find peace and calm, or to pursue our dreams and our goals, like discovering our goals, making vision boards, and becoming creative. I'm thinking, like, are there any things like coming up in the next week that really do honor men? You know, Christmas is about like Santa Claus, and he's a guy. Like, people honor and love Santa Claus, so that also kind of goes along with the divine masculine, like honoring men, respecting men. I also looked up like holidays or things that are going to come up in the next week, and I saw a Boxing Day, like a National Boxing Day, and I know a lot of men are boxers, and that is like it's a manly sport, so there's something with that as well. And this guy, he has tattoos. And this is art, you know, it's body art, and it relates to creativity and imagination. Like, you imagine having a tattoo, and then you go to the tattoo parlor, you pay for a tattoo, and you get one done. And that is basically what you do with your dream. You get an idea, I want to do this, this is my dream, so I'm going to do this to make it happen. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as getting a tattoo, you know? And maybe some of you will actually like get tattoos next week. It's interesting and kind of cool that's coming through. But we see these tattoos, and tattoos, they are expressions of who we are in a sense. Like, not a lot of us are going to put permanent ink onto our skin unless if it's meaningful to us, you know? It has to be something close to our hearts, and a symbol that really resonates with us. So this has something to do with our dreams as well. Like, we're not going to pursue something that isn't something that we feel strongly about, like our dream. Like, if that's not our dream, we're not really going to put the time into it. We're not going to make it permanent, you know? So this is about trying to make our dream like reality, and like permanently in our life in some kind of way, like establishing our foundation that is going to be like long term. We're thinking long term, we're thinking like permanence, in a sense, like a permanence to our dreams and to the kind of lifestyle that we want, who we want to become. Okay, I'm going to use this Guardian Angel Tarot deck, and then I'm going to shuffle the Earthbound Oracle, because I'm curious if a particular card is going to come out. It came to mind as I was talking about the message about permanence. But in reality, nothing is really permanent, but it's just a message about long term, like something that is really going to like stay with us and create something lasting, something valuable. Like, we want our dreams to last for a long time, you know. And there's a message coming out like, I don't care if I have to wait like 10 years, I'm doing this. Kind of like stubbornness with your dreams, and that's actually a good thing. Like, kind of being stubborn with your dream, and that's what is going to create it. Like, I'm doing this, you know? I don't care if I die trying, I'm going to do this. There's a lot of strength and power that's going to happen next week in pursuit of our happiness and dreams. And this is the Six of Cups, and this totally makes sense. This card is about past memories, inner child, and childhood. And I was thinking about memories that kind of hurt us, but we heal from them. And it's about like healing our inner child. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. Reconnecting with yourself, you know, reconnecting with your joy. And that's something I have been talking about, like connecting with you. And it also says people may come back to your life unexpectedly, and there is something about like relationships and friendships next week. So it's possible that you may hear from an old friend, and they may actually like gift you something. They may send you a letter, send you a message. And this is all about memories for us. So memories may come up, past memories. Making sure I have all of the cards. I have all my decks in this bag, so they're kind of scattered everywhere. Okay. Okay, what more? What other messages do you want to share with us, Spirit? This one. Luna. Okay, one sec. Let's see what other cards come out. You can see that. Oh, my hands are getting cold. But I want one to come out, just like fly out or fall out. Vision. Okay, that's important. Like flipped over. Okay. One more, I feel. They didn't pull the card that I was thinking about, but I want to show you. I still feel it has a message. Permanence. That's another thing. This weekend there's ink, it's like tattoo ink. And this also has a message about receiving a gift through a message from an old friend or something like that. And when I saw, or like received the message with the X, like I cross my heart and hope to die when you make promises with your friends, talking about old friendships. It could also have to do with something about exes. So there could be something about exes as well next week. Exes like wanting to contact you and message you, maybe even give you closure, and say sorry for something that they did, something like that. Okay, so we got the moon, Luna, which is about intuition, mystery, one sec, cycles. And we got Terra, which is Earth, which is interesting. And we have a sun, so we got yin and yang, moon and sun, and the earth. Calling upon like sun and moon energies to manifest your dreams. That's interesting. Some of you could want to do like spells and you keep up with like the moon cycles, and on the full moon you want to do some kind of ritual that helps you to manifest. I don't know if a new moon or a full moon is coming up soon. I'm not sure, but it's possible that could happen next week. And we have vision, which I've been talking about, connecting with your imagination to pursue your dreams and make them a reality for you, connecting with that. And owls are symbols of intuition, so there's something about intuition as well. Follow your intuition. And toxic, so releasing whatever is toxic in our life, toxic relationships, toxic thoughts and worries, if we can let them go, you know, releasing toxic memories as well. There's a message about that. And I want to pull just one more card. Okay. One more card, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. So this one just fell out. So this is really about like releasing like toxic stuff that just keeps coming up. And through this reading, I just showed you the toxic card, and then this card says surrender your belief in scarcity. Like your belief in scarcity is something in the realm of toxic, you know, like you believe that you don't deserve this or that, and it's actually like it's something good and you really do deserve it, but you don't allow yourself to receive it. There's something about receiving like what we think we deserve next week, but we're going to try to like break down the beliefs that aren't good for us anymore and are toxic. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. Like the wheat field I showed you guys. Like the wheat field, I talked about fertility and abundance. Creating like fertile ground for yourself, for your dreams. And so it's talking about that, like the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. And here we have the word infinite, and this is relating to the number 8. It's an infinity sign, infinite abundance. In this way you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And here we have dreams. Move beyond our wildest dreams. This like next week is seriously like all about our dreams and pursuing them, releasing blocks and all that stuff that is like restricting us from achieving them and attaining them. There's a huge message about this. So that is what we're going to experience next week, and some things you may not experience because like this is a reading that many people may watch. So you may experience like some of these or all of them, but that's the general energy that I read from the cards and was picking up from my spirit guides. So I hope that next week is a wonderful week for you, and I hope you are able to get something accomplished and release some things in your life that aren't really benefiting you anymore, and just really start dreaming and dream big, reach for the stars. And thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome week. Bye.